WCBI News at 6 starts now.
Well, good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Cash Matlock.
And I'm Riley Livingston. Earlier this afternoon, a pedestrian was struck by a train near Blair Street in Tupelo. The Tupelo Communications Director, Leisha Faulkner, tells us the victim is in stable condition. The incident closed parts of the crosstown area, including Green Street, Church Street, and Blair Street for almost 2 hours. The Tupelo Police Department was on scene directing traffic. The Burlington Northern Railroad investigators are gathering more information.
Well, the Traceway retirement community of Tupelo is currently under a restricted visitation notice. Now, the facility on West Main is in the middle of a voluntary flu and virus quarantine. Traceway is taking this action because several residents have developed a stomach virus. Now, they are asking that all visitations be restricted unless it is absolutely necessary. And the company says they are working hard to keep things sanitized and safe for the residents and employees. Now, this situation will be reevaluated daily, and the facility may adjust its visitation schedules. Well, the outside of schools, courthouses, and other government buildings could change if one state lawmaker gets his way.
The man behind two controversial proposals says he's trying to move Mississippi in the right direction, but as WCBI Jason Hibbs shows us, plenty of people disagree.
The Confederate emblem inside our state flag is a real issue.
Democratic State Representative Kabir Kareem says the stars and bars don't belong with the stars and stripes.
The flag always symbolizes some of the worst of Mississippi.
He introduced this bill, which would prohibit the display of the flag at or on any building or other property owned or leased by the state until the design is changed and the Confederate battle flag is removed. He also wants to separate MLK Day and the Robert E. Lee holiday. Some people say both proposals are problematic.
It ain't like race or nothing like that. It's our history. Like, we need to leave the flags the way they are.
And leave the Robert E. Lee holiday alone, too.
He's just as important as Martin Luther King.
Leave it the same. I don't see where it's hurting nobody. Don't hurt me. Martin Luther King don't hurt me. He was a great man. But so was Robert E. Lee.
But others aren't so sure.
I have a daughter that is biracial. As young as she is, that symbol still carries negative connotations. And yet, that symbol is a source of pride for another group of people.
I spoke to just as many black Mississippians about these bills, and nearly all of them agree with the representative. But none of them wanted to be a part of this story or go on camera. In Columbus, Jason Hibbs, WCBI News.
Both bills are still in committee. Kareem says he hopes people contact the representatives to make their voice heard. By the way, Alabama is the only other state celebrating Robert E. Lee and MLK on the same day. It's now time for our first look at our forecast with meteorologist Jacob Dickey. What's it looking like out there, Jacob?
Riley, we have had quite the day with the weather across our area. The showers and storms that came through earlier have pushed off to the east. That heavy rain now moving into Georgia with that severe threat across the area. As far as locally, we did have some damage reports earlier this morning. Most of them were confined to trees and a few shingles or strips of siding pulled off. That was Choctaw County, Montgomery County towards Itala County, and then near Philadelphia. But across the south, there was a couple of confirmed tornadoes in the Jackson metro, as well as in Alabama near Montgomery. This was what it looked like in Wetumpka, Alabama this afternoon. A significant tornado passed through downtown there, that coming from our CBS affiliate in Montgomery. Now on the backside of that, we're dealing with that northwest wind. Many of you have commented about social media, 10 to 25 mile an hour sustained wind with gusts even higher. Cold air is on the way. In fact, with that cold air, already looking at some snow showers. We're going to talk more about that coming up in just a bit.
Well, if you've ever lost a child or parent, you know the pain of one local woman. Now, she's written a book to help others cope.
When he died, something happened to me, and I didn't know if I was going to be able to get up. But I came back and out of depression, and I came back new and much better than I was before.
Linda Lane battled depression for 7 years after her son Benjamin Daniel Lane died in a car accident. She says writing her new book, Healed My Journey, is what got her through.
This book was a part of the healing process. As I began to write, I began to heal from the inside myself. So it was very beautiful for me.
Lane says the book helped her ask God important questions like how she was going to get past such a tragedy.
I answered those questions, asked the questions, and he answered them. And so it was just, revealed to me that I should let other people know how I handle situations, and that would help them also.
Friends of the author say they are shocked by the contents of the book.
She writes from a very unique perspective in that she feels pain, or she felt pain, and she was able to write that pain on pages. And she's able now to help others through the pain that she experienced in her past life. So she writes from a very good perspective.
And overall, those behind the book say the goal is to help others who may be experiencing loss.
I hope that they can get beyond the grief, and there's so many people who are affected by grief in losing a child, losing a loved one, a brother, a sister, and so this book is another way to look at getting counseling, getting help, overcoming all of those hard obstacles that we face in life.
They don't have to stay depressed, that God can move them out of the depression, out of the place that they're in, away from the hurt and the pain, and you get to think that this is it. But God can bring happiness and joy even out of death, and I learned that.
Well, the book Healed My Journey is available at lindaraleighlane.com today, and later next week it'll be available for purchase on Amazon. And for more information on this, you can visit our website at WCBI.com.
After nearly 29 years at Tupelo's Ball of Barnes Crossing, Sears will close its doors for the final time Sunday. Sears was one of the original stores at the mall when it opened back in 1990. In October, Sears Holdings filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection, and in November, the company announced it would be closing the Barnes Crossing Mall store. Sears used to be the nation's largest retailer and made a name for itself in the late 19th century and early 20th with its mail-order catalogs offering virtually every item imaginable. Ironically, in the 21st century, Amazon.com does what Sears used to do.
And when we come back, one kindergartner is getting the surprise of a lifetime. More on that after the break. Welcome back, everyone. A Tupelo restaurant is hosting an event that will help make wishes come true for children battling critical illnesses. Now, Mugshots Grill and Bar will host the Celebrity Wait Night for Make-A-Wish Mid-South this coming Tuesday evening, and the event features celebrity waiters shadowing Mugshots Grill and Bar wait staff. Now, 10% of the sales and 100% of all tips and a silent auction will all go to Make-A-Wish and help children in Northeast Mississippi get their wishes granted.
North Mississippi in general certainly, but North Mississippi is known for giving back, and that's what this is about. It is a heritage that we got when we moved here, and it's certainly one that we're passing on to our children. But this particular organization, Make-A-Wish, is all about taking kids who have and grant to them life-changing wishes.
I was lucky enough to grant a wish to one of the children last year, and it was very heartfelt. The child was very, very excited to go to Walt Disney World, and she and her whole family, including her brother and sister, got to go.
WCBI's own Allie Martin will be one of the many celebrity waiters taking part. Make-A-Wish Mid-South will grant more than 280 wishes this year. The Celebrity Wait Night goes from 5 until 9 Tuesday.
A local musician is following his dreams and recruiting family and friends to make a music video. Chance Stanley is a songwriter and musician from Marietta. His newest song, Dry, tells his story of growing up in a dry county. Recently, Stanley, along with a host of friends doubling as actors, shot the video in a local church. Stanley says making a music video takes a lot of patience and attention to detail. He is hoping the video opens the door for a tour.
I'm in the process of trying to plan my first tour where I leave Mississippi and Alabama and Tennessee where I've been playing, try to expand out a little bit. That's a bit of a task.
The video is made with the help of Baldwin-based Six Shooter Studios. Stanley recently won an award for his first music video, Crosty Town, at an independent film festival in Biloxi. Kindergarten can be a tough time. It's even harder when your mother is across the globe serving in the Middle East.
And one Mississippi mother returning from a deployment in Kuwait decided to surprise her daughter at school with a pretty creative reveal. Well, here's the story.
What was supposed to be like any other day for 5-year-old Sadie Ritz turned out to be a day she will never forget. Sadie's mother, Private First Class Elizabeth Ritz, has been deployed with the U.S. Army in Kuwait for the past 6 months.
She is in Texas. Mimi told me.
Your mom told you Mimi told you she was in Texas because she's getting ready to come home.
Little did she know, her mom was closer than she thought.
Sadie.
Oh,
Can you go?
Oh, thank you.
Walk up there.
Thank you. I'm not picking. See you it is.
I was already crying, and I was trying to keep my breathing stable and not cry because I had all these little kids, and I was trying to, be happy.
How did you know it was her?
Well, I thought it was.
Elizabeth not only left behind Sadie, but her 2-year-old son, Caleb.
It's kind of rough watching your life go on without you in it, and basically seeing your kids grow up through a camera screen. It's rough.
Elizabeth's parents, who helped set up the reveal, said having her away from home has been hard on everyone.
You expect the video chat a certain time of day, and if it don't, it worries you. And then it's a relief when she finally is able to video chat with us.
Family members say they are proud of their soldier. And as for Sadie,
what is one thing you want her to know?
That I love her.
All the kids in Sadie's class celebrated with her in the way that kindergartners do best, with cake and ice cream.
Winter air is settling on into the area thanks to those breezy northwest winds. We keep that wind around through the day on Sunday, and there is more rain midweek. Plus, we're going to talk about some of this wintry mix that is moving in our direction. I've got those full details coming up here after the break.
First Alert AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Jacob Dickey.
If you're a fan of the snow or snow flurries, that is, you are probably looking at the sky much like we are here on our Alpha Insurance Skycam. Looks like more so some drizzle or rain across our immediate viewing area, but there are just a little bit of colder air and some flurries being reported just to the north and to the west. It's already down to 34 in Oxford, 39 in Grenada, 45 in Columbus, 54 in Aliceville. That cold air is coming in quickly behind that cold front. We've had gusty winds this evening between 10 to 25 miles an hour. That's sustained winds. Wind gusts themselves have been as high as 35 to 40 across parts of our area. That will continue. Here's where some of that snow showers are across our area, really just to the north and to the west. There's a bit of dry air here, but we've got some of these light showers out ahead, so we're going to have to see if that cold air is able to catch up and give us a little bit of wintry mix across our immediate viewing area. Some flurries being recorded in Como as well as Senatobia and to the north and west towards Holly Springs, but more drizzle right now, maybe some light sleet trying to come into parts of our area. We'll be keeping our eyes on that. As far as looking through the rest of the evening here, temperatures will continue to drop. We're heading for the 20s. Any of this wintry mix that could happen will likely be done by midnight. And look at those wind gusts. Northwest 24, gusts up to 40 in some spots. We've got a wind advisory for the northern half of our viewing area and West Alabama. Here's what Futurecast does with this snow here. These are flurries more so than anything. Tries to sneak them on in, but it does not look favorable now. It's been bouncing back and forth, fighting that dry air that is in place. Whatever happens is after midnight, then we really dry out. Those clouds then by Sunday, I think, are really going to clear out, looking at a mostly sunny day and breezy and crisp and cold during the day Sunday. Here's that dry air that's been sneaking in behind that cold front, and that's helping to limit the chance for this wintry mix across our area, but still have to watch for that. If we do get any of that, no accumulation will occur because of three things. Warm surface temperatures. Because we were in the 60s earlier today, the surface will take a little bit of time to catch up. Blustery winds also helping to evaporate things, and the moisture is just lacking, as we saw. Here's what a few of those flakes look like if you miss them yourself today. This was in Senatobia, sent in by Amanda Taylor. We'll wait and see if we can get them a little bit closer. Future winds as well are staying high through the night. We've got that wind advisory. They will be sustained winds up to 25, even 30 miles an hour. If that cold air coming on in behind this front, if you miss the snowflake, we all will get a chance at some of that cold winter air as we go overnight tonight. In fact, very cold temperatures heading for the low 30s and upper 20s across the area, with those snow showers ending by midnight. But because of that wind, we've also got the wind chill values. They're a good 10 to 15 degrees below normal or below the temperatures. It may feel as cold as the teens when we wake up on Sunday and start the day. Sunday itself not looking very warm, only into the upper 30s with a mostly sunny sky throughout the day, clouds clearing into the afternoon. The winds will be a little bit less, but overall overall, thinking things are looking okay. Here's those high temperatures, upper 30s and low 40s across the area. Once we get through Sunday, then, as we head into Monday, lots of sunshine. We will look for more rain to move in Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
A packed pavilion showing up and out to see if the ranked Rebels could get their 4th SEC win. Highlights from the game against Arkansas coming up next in sports.
WCBI Sports with Courtney Robb.
From start to finish, the matchup between Ole Miss and Arkansas was owned exclusively by the Rebels. Number 18 Ole Miss, when their last time they took an L, today they're bouncing back, and the Razorbacks are looking to take the win against Ole Miss. Terrence Davis showing up and showing out in the beginning of this one by burying a 3. The Rebels would lead 46-35. And now time for the second half. Arkansas attempting the answer. Isaiah Joe hits the shot from deep to get the Razorbacks back within 10. But Terrence Davis, the man ain't scared because he's got the two-hand jam. Davis and dunks have become second nature. Gets another one there. And then Bree and Tyree not slowing down from an injury. He's unstoppable. He's going to get down court and do what he does best, knocking down the nice 3. The Rebels go on to get the win today over the Razorbacks. But now time for some area basketball. East Webster and Choctaw County facing off in the Mid-Mississippi Challenge in Ackerman. The Lady Wolverines get off to a fast start. Mariah Bell jumps into the passing lane and gets in front of East Webster would be up 1 after that. Choctaw County not going anywhere. Raquel Graham with the steal gets to the bucket plus the foul. The Lady Chargers down 1 going into the break. The fourth quarter, things heating up. Whitney Winter in transition. Drives, kicks to Jaden Johnson in the short corner. The jumper's good. The Wolverines would be up by 6. But the home team makes a late charge on the break. Amelia Pratt finds LaJanice Johnson, gets the mid-range jumper to go. The Chargers would be down by 1, and East Webster doubling, but the Chargers break it, find Graham on the wing for 3. It's good. Choctaw County rallies in that one in the fourth quarter to win it 47-45. Now it's time for the boys. East Webster taking on the Louisville Wildcats. The Wolverines D showing up. Karen Townsend with the rip. Takes it all on his own, earns 3 the hard way. East Webster getting in the lead early, but the Wildcats would come back hot. In transition, DeQuavius Braggs finds Dre Shoemaker. He gets the triple, and right before the halftime horn, Culberson kicks it out to Braggs from the parking lot. Nothing but nylon. Louisville would lead by as much as 10. East Webster looking to rally. Kevon Patterson beats the defense, finishes with the floater in the paint. Wolverines would go up by 2, and every run was just answered by Braggs. Take it right to the teeth of the defense, and then grab the foul while he's at it. Sinks the free throw. Louisville doesn't look back. The Wildcats escape with the win, 57-55. A 2A versus 4A matchup. Louisville taking on defending 3-time state champ Ingomar. Gara best self getting things going for the Lady Falcons. Smooth drive and a floater for 2 points. And then on the inbounds pass, Lauren Thompson getting there from downtown Ackerman. She'll take all 3 of those. She wants them. Ingomar leading early, but Louisville battling back. Cameron Rogers with the steal. She'll finish out in transition with a nice shot up there. Ingomar looking to widen the gap. The swing to the corner. Thompson again tickles the twine. Ingomar up by as much as 10. But Louisville makes one last rally. Ariana Hunter to Rogers. The three-pointer makes it a 1-point game. A wild one happening in Ackerman, but Ingomar made the plays at the end that counted, and the Lady Falcons edge out Louisville in this one with a final of 40-38. A couple more scores from the Mid-Mississippi Challenge. Pontotoc and the Pearl women facing off this afternoon. The Pontotoc girls get the win in that one with a final of 58-49. And then Puckett getting the win over Boonville, 51-46. Currently, Boonville and Starkville, the boys are facing off right now. We'll have scores coming for you later tonight from that game. But again, Pontotoc girls getting the win 58-49 over Pearl, and Puckett getting the win over the Boonville girls 51-46. That's going to be it for sports. We'll have the last look at your forecast coming up after the break. Stick with us.
Pop 'em if you got 'em. Today is National Popcorn Day, and today celebrates all of the different ways that the corn-based treat can be enjoyed. Savory or sweet, caramelized or buttered or plain. You can even toss it with chocolate and nuts or mold it into a ball. It all counts. Now, according to the Popcorn Board, which is a real thing, popcorn has been around as early as the 16th century, but it didn't start becoming popular in the U.S. until the late 1800s. Now, the Popcorn Board says Americans consume 13 billion quarts of popcorn a year, and that's supposedly more than any other country in the world.
I'll tell you what, I could use some popcorn today to watch the weather. Fascinating what's been happening through the day. Warm this morning, windy and cold right now. We've got a few snowflakes trying to make their way into the area. Of course, we'll be keeping you updated. Tomorrow, not looking like a fun day. Cold, blustery wind chills between 20 and 30. We get a little sunshine. We'll be keeping our eyes on that system next week.
It'll be nice to pull up and grab a blanket.
It'll be nice to just get some sleep tonight.
Everyone has a great night.
And we'll see you back here at 9 and 10.